Let's go, guys. So, we got the first quarterfinal of today. UD versus Nalov, which we actually see quite a lot in the past few weeks now, in Gera Cup here. And Hobby Power is also asking in chat, why is it that there are so many UD top level players when UD struggled at the elite level in the past? I wouldn't say that there's so many UD top level players right now compared to the numbers of like Night Elf and human players. I guess it's also just that almost all of the UD players, like Lucifer, Believe, like the really high level UD players, you basically see them, especially in Gera Cup, quite a bit. So maybe it's because of that. But compared to the numbers of human and Night Elf players, it's still a bit of a different story. And like in the case of Lucifer, for example, he's really an old player as well, so he just sticked with UD, I guess. And I mean, apart from that, even though UD wasn't that strong in the past, and they still are slightly behind in like balance-wise, it's still a viable race to play. Like, it's not all too bad. It does make a quite difference at like really high level pro play, but either way it's viable. I mean, especially 120 proves that, with like just having insane micro. I mean, if you take a look at 120, he just plays so incredibly well. Like, it's crazy. Like, when I watch 120 as well, it feels like I've never seen another UD player play like that. Like, play as well. So I think what also makes UD look sort of weak is that they don't have as many players as like Human and Night Elf, for example. And those players just seem to not be on the level of the Human and Night Elf players most of the times, but 120 seems to be. At least that's how I think it is. Like, it kind of seems like that. Not trying to say that UD players are bad, not at all, but it just seems to me that like the Human and Night Elf players always have like a slight edge in skill level and such over most undead players. But anyway, let's focus a bit on this game. Rudan is going... Wait, is my... Yeah, my old is correct. Alright. Rudan is going for quite an early tech. He got an early shop to have an easier time defending against ghouls, it seems. To have that additional tree to hit those ghouls. Instead only went for 2 Moonwells though. Usually you see Nalv go for like 2 to 4 Moonwells, or like 3 or 4 Moonwells to defend against ghoul push. He instead went for an Ancient of Wonders. He should really start building Moonwells though, I think, but instead he's saving some gold for boots, I believe, which are going to be ready in a second. I actually went for that artificial nighttime that Night Elf has, like with the Moonstone, because it's still daytime actually, so it's quite an early tech, and he went for that nighttime, I guess, so Lucifer can scout as well. And wait, what? Oh, I see. Well, he just got the boots, he was waiting for those, but not exactly sure what his plan was there, actually, to be honest. I guess it really messes with the time, because usually the boots are available at 7 PM in-game time. But now they were ready earlier, looking at the in-game time, because of that Moonstone. Like, in the end it's still the same timing. And Lucifer actually scouts this. I guess Rudan just really wanted to creep this, but his archers weren't in position or something. I'm actually really not sure. That just seemed really weird to me. But either way, Lucifer grabbed the Troll High Priest camp here in the meantime, and the expansion camp. Got a range protection. Quite unlucky with the item, but Rudan had the same, so I guess it's quite balanced out. Lucifer though got a replenishment potion, which is just really awesome for UD here. Sentry wards would have also been really nice, but replenishment pot is just awesome because you don't have clarity as UD, you don't have healing salves or anything like that. And like you can see here, that DK just gets to full HP and mana again due to that potion, which is really awesome. And Lucifer already now going for a really early free tick. So far he only went into ghouls, so it seems to me that he wants to go for level 3 DK here now. And get Ghoul Frenzy on tier 3, get Orb, and then push with Lich and Naga, like that kind of triple hero Ghoul Frenzy push on tier 3. And if possible also get like one destroyer for it to be able to get rid of rejuvenation on the Demon Hunter. Both players going for the Naga now. Lucifer wants to keep the push up and Rudan is in quite some trouble here now. He found a greater healing potion at the Goblin shop here though, so it's really awesome for him to pick off that item. But Lucifer doing quite something here. He wants to get a strong on Naga, doesn't quite get it so far though. And in the process this Naga lost more than half HP already, so it was actually really quite bad for Lucifer here now, not getting that surround. Doesn't even get a strong on Demon Hunter and he will actually lose his Naga because of that. Finally gets a start on Demon Hunter now though, but with his Naga being dead, there's no more Frost Arrow to slow the Demon Hunter down, so he deals a lot more damage than he's supposed to. And he isn't quite able to get out of this surround. Lucifer keeps it close so he can force the TP. Lost a ghoul in the process. Like, it's still a worthy trade for Lucifer. Like, getting TP for that one ghoul, but not getting any surrounds for such a long time until his Naga died was really bad for Lucifer. Like, if he would have gotten the surround on Rudan's Naga right away, then that Naga would have easily died. Well, actually, no. Yeah, it would have easily died. There was no staff yet, he just bought it. So that Naga would have easily died, and Lucifer could have just kept his Naga safe. But now the Naga still, well, it doesn't die because of the staff. It almost died, though, thanks to the slow of the Mud Golem here. Rudan may be a little bit too greedy with trying to creep this here. But Lucifer, at the same time, lost a ghoul for this, got an archer in return though, so that's fine. And Rudan now completely out of Moonwell Shoes, he can't really heal up anymore. There's no coil though, so that Naga is safe for now. Has to be really careful about her though, because she has no boots and staff is not quite ready yet. And Rudan actually lost that Ancient of War, that's really awesome for Lucifer now. Gets bolted though by the creep, that hurts quite a bit. Not nice for him, but Lucifer also mainly buying some time basically. Just trying to arrest so Rudan doesn't really get anything done. And Demon Hunter is still not level 3, really close to it though. And Lucifer is getting ready for his push. Ghoul Frenzy is in production already. First statue coming as well. But no Lich so far. He still needs a Lich, so his push is not gonna hit all too soon. And he still needs Orb as well. It's not gonna take a while, but Lucifer already transitioning into some Fiends as well against those Druids. And also because they're just a lot better than Ghouls in late game for the focus fire. And they don't die as easily. Both just trading creeps here now. Rudan finally got his level up here. Mana burns the Negatress, so she's completely off mana. No more Frost Arrow for her. And the DK has to be quite careful actually. There's the Naga with the Frost Arrow, but she also has to be careful. But there's still the Druids also to slow the Demon Hunter down. At the same time, with the Heroes of Rudan being so low, neither of the players really wants to go for a fight. Lucifer just wants to creep. And he's gonna get some creeping done here. Get a nice consumable item hopefully here. Maybe like a One of the Wind would be good, although if there is Dispel from Rudan, there should be Dispel. Maybe he's skipping it though to just get more units early on instead. Because if there's no Dispel and there's gonna be a One of the Wind, it would be game changing for Lucifer. Like he could really easily win the game with that then, with that tier 3 push that he's about to do. Let's see what he gets. Rudan doing the same creep spot though, so he could also get a really good item here. Like a Health Stone would also be awesome, Mana Stone would also be nice for Lucifer. There's quite a lot of good items here. But his bears are mostly tanking and they're not Master Bears yet, so they take a lot of damage, which costs him a lot of mana right away with spending Reju. Book of the Dead for Rudan is probably one of the worst items he could have gotten here. It's good if there's no destroyers, but there will be destroyers. There have to be. And there we go. Lich has his orb now, Mana Potion on the DK. And roughly 47 supply. And there we go, Destroyer upgrade is coming now as well. He's not gonna build any additional units now because he has to leave at least 2 supply open to be able to morph one Destroyer. There's no additional Sigurd coming. So he's maybe still gonna get like an Inul pot for his Naga. And then just save the resources and like the supply count for at least 1 Destroyer. To get rid of the Book of the Dead and especially Rejuvenation. Well, speaking of the Book of the Dead, it's already gone. Rudan already sold it, he knows that it's not of that much value. That donates 1 Wisp to be able to build that additional Dryad. Because he can't wait for another Moonwall and all that sort of stuff. He has to go for the best 50 supply army that he can go for. And then try to defend the push from Lucifer or try to contest creeping. Because so far it seems that Lucifer doesn't even really want to push. He's still waiting for the Destroyer upgrade. He's maybe gonna push now with that. But he's also fine with just creeping. And that's what he's doing so far. And Rudan has to do something about this because Rudan can also creep at the same time, but Lucifer will have the better end of the trade at that point then. And that Demon Hunter already, he has that anti-magic pot, so he can't be nuked. But he's already got low HP, already had to use his heal pot, and there's no staff on the Naga, so the Demon Hunter has to be really careful. He might die now. Magic pot runs out. There's the coil, the long range call, and he actually dies. He was too greedy with the Demon Hunter, he was far too offensive. And there wasn't even a destroyer yet. He could have even morphed the destroyer theoretically. He has the upgrade, he has the resources and the supply for it. So Lucifer could have even morphed the destroyer to dispel an anti-magic pot. And this is looking really, really good for Lucifer. Lucifer just seems to be on another level here. At least 3 bears dead already. Rudan lost so much in that fight, didn't get so much out of it at all. He's not even really doing anything right now. And this just gives Lucifer more time for creeping, more time for level 3 Naga and level 3 Lich, which is going to be an insane power spike. Demon Hunter is back. He bought him back through Tavern, but 38 supply, no more resources. He's basically like real low on Moonwell Juice. He doesn't have a single bear. It's like he's in so much trouble, while Lucifer still has basically his whole army. Didn't even morph for Destroyer. I think he just didn't morph for Destroyer, even though he could have, because he just wanted to keep the statues for regeneration, really. Because that fight was looking so good for him right from the start already. And I think he was just confident enough to not morph Destroyer and instead have more regeneration for creeping and also doing that fight, which is quite nice. Warsong Battle Drums. Catcher's Pipe of Insight or Endurance Aura would have been a little bit better, I would assume, but Warsong Battle Drums is still really awesome. There's absolutely nothing wrong with that. 10% more damage on all of his units, that's still really awesome. And Rudan, in the meantime, finished at Camp, got a Belt of Giant Strength, which is not all too bad, helps his Demon Hunter being a bit more tanky. And Lucifer now, he's actually going for a bit of a longer game. Like, Lucifer isn't really being pressured timing-wise, really. Because time is on his side at this point. He's going for the Boneyard, he will get a Frostworm, maybe even 2 later on. And he already has level 4/3/3 heroes, which is really crazy good. And now he has that level 2 Coil, the level 2 Nova, and that level 2 Forked Lightning. So he can deal so much damage to the Demon Hunter, easily get him out of the fight. There's the staff on the Naga now to save the Demon Hunter, but he's getting backstabbed. That's not what Rudan was planning to have happen. And there we go. That insane nuke. There wasn't even a Forked Lightning. Naga instantly dies. Rudan knows that he's so far behind already, and he would lose so much here. And he already GG's out. 1-0 for Lucifer.